So hello guys and welcome to this video, and that is the Hero Impulse, and in this video I'll be giving you a proper review and riding experience of this motorcycle. Now this motorcycle belongs to my friend Mr. Sagar Pawar, aka the Mad for Motorcycle. So the link to his Instagram account and YouTube channel is in the description. Go check it out. He has got some extremely epic content, and the link to my Instagram account is also down in the description. So like, share and subscribe, and let's get riding. So riding the Hero Impulse, and wow, it's a lot of fun, this motorcycle. And I'm making sure I'm not hard on the brakes because it hasn't got ABS, and I'm not used to riding motorcycles without ABS, but it is a really fun motorcycle. So the tank of this motorcycle is really tiny. As you can see, it's really short, and you sit really close to the handlebar. And I don't know about other people, but the owner says that it has got a really good riding position for off-road usage, so that's a good part. And that is the Hero X-Pulse 200 with the rally kit on. So that's Sagar Bhai, the owner of this motorcycle. And as you can easily hear, that the exhaust of this motorcycle is really making a real good noise, and it's loud. Wow! So let's talk about the engine of this motorcycle. So the engine of this motorcycle is a 149cc single cylinder air-cooled motor producing about 13 horsepower and 13.4 newton meters of torque. Obviously it's not a really powerful motorcycle, but for a 149cc engine it has got decent amount of performance. And according to the owner, the on-road performance of this motorcycle is not that good, but out on the trails while off-roading it has got decent amount of punch. And obviously the X-Pulse 200 is the successor of this motorcycle. In my opinion, the Impulse looked a lot better when compared to the X-Pulse 200. In my opinion, that's really personal, and something that's easily noticeable while riding this motorcycle, that this motorcycle feels really refined than the X-Pulse 200. I don't know why that's the case, but that's what's happening with these motorcycles. In front of the Impulse, the Himalayan was sort of a mammoth. It had about 411 cc's in terms of displacement, and the Impulse only had about 149, about 11 more horsepower to play with. So that's why the Himalayan was an all-round better motorcycle. But for lightweight proper off-road duties, the Impulse was a much better motorcycle. And it didn't sell in the numbers that Hero anticipated it to sell in, but as you can see, the X-Pulse is just pulling ahead, and that's a really skillful rider on the saddle. Unlike me, I don't know much about off-roading, but I'm just trying. I also made a video on the X-Pulse 200 that was a living with the X-Pulse 200 with the rally kit on video, and you can check it out. Here's the link for that video. But talking about the Impulse, I'm kind of liking this motorcycle, and I don't know why. It's a real fun motorcycle, man. And plus this motorcycle, this particular one, has got a real good condition. The engine is really silky smooth. It looks really brilliant. The power of this motorcycle is really top end centric. It makes most of its power higher in the rev range. That's about 7000 rpm. And I am the kind of rider that's really scared riding motorcycle in the wet. In terms of fuel economy, this returned about 40-45 kilometers per liter. Obviously it's a 149cc engine, but if you ride it insanely like I was riding back there, so you will not get that much mileage. Obviously it will drop, and in some cases it will drop drastically. So there was a lot of things that didn't make the Impulse one of the best selling motorcycles for Hero MotoCorp, and one of them was that this motorcycle ergonomically didn't fit a lot of people, because obviously it's a very small motorcycle, and if you park this alongside the Xpulse 200, you will see that the Xpulse is a bit more on the heftier side. Obviously the Xpulse feels a bit more touring ready with all that heft, and obviously it has got a much bigger fuel tank. Now this tiny fuel tank has got a capacity of 11.4 liters, and that's not bad for a motorcycle, a 149cc motorcycle. So it gave decent amount of tank range too. And according to me, the Impulse in the year 2016 didn't make any sense, but now in the year 2022, 149cc single cylinder dual sport motorcycle will make some real amount of sense. So this is the motorcycle and it looks absolutely brilliant. Just look at that view, and let me just show you around. So here's the front of this motorcycle. As you can see, it has got the KTM inspired head and the front fender. The ground clearance of this motorcycle is about 135-145 mm, so that's really high up the ground. The front rim is a 19-inch unit. As you can see, the Xpulse has got a 21-inch up front, and this has got a 19-inch up front, a 90 section tire. The rear is 110, and the rim size for the rear is 17, so that's a really good setup. And as you can see, this is the bend for pipe for this extremely beautiful sounding exhaust. It sounds really amazing. So as I said that this motorcycle hasn't got a rear disc, it has got a drum unit, and the brakes are decent. The front has got a disc. As you can see, there's the disc. It has got 4 gaiters, and the suspension travel is like really long on this motorcycle. The rear has got a monoshock. As you can see, that's the monoshock of this motorcycle. And obviously this is not how a stock Impulse looks. This one is really tastefully modified, and the proper link for all the modification of this motorcycle is in the description. That's on the Mad for Motorcycle channel, and you can just check out the description for the link of the proper modification video of this motorcycle. Overall, the Impulse looks really compact when compared to this motorcycle. This looks a bit more on the bulkier side, as you can see, but in my opinion, as I said, the Impulse looks better because it feels really compact, and that feels a bit more on the bigger side. As you can see, all of the modifications are really neatly done, and as the owner says, this is probably the best modified Impulse there is in India. And according to me, yes, there is no motorcycle that looks this good. It looks extremely beautiful, this motorcycle. Let me just let you hear the exhaust. It's not in neutral. Sounds beautiful, this motorcycle. And the weather here is really bad. It's raining, and we're just wrapping it up and getting the hell out of here. So this was the video for the Hero Impulse, and if you want a comparison between this and this, you can just comment down below. But in my opinion, the Impulse was a really good motorcycle, and it will remain a really good motorcycle. And obviously in the second hand market, this motorcycle is really, the value of this motorcycle is really, getting off the charts. So if you want this motorcycle for yourself, just find it and buy it. So yeah, this was it for this video. It's just started raining hard, and like, share and subscribe. Link is in the description for the Instagram handle. And as always, ride safe and keep riding hard.